When did breaking military regulations become the right thing to do? I found out during my deployment to Afghanistan when 3 soldiers were dying and regulations were about to let them bleed out. I was a specialist working as a combat medic with the 82nd Airborne. We'd been at this remote outpost for 6 months, treating everything from minor cuts to gunshot wounds. Our medical supplies came through official channels once a week if we were lucky. That Tuesday started normal. Routine patrol, checking on local villages, building relationships with elders. Then the IED hit our convoy on the way back. Massive explosion that flipped our lead vehicle and shredded 2 others. I was first on scene. 3 soldiers with severe injuries. Private Jackson had shrapnel in his chest, punctured lung, struggling to breathe. Corporal Martinez was losing blood fast from his leg, femoral artery hit. Sergeant Webb had taken metal fragments to his abdomen. All 3 needed immediate surgery. Problem was, we were 40 minutes from the main base hospital. These guys wouldn't last 20 minutes without serious intervention. I started working fast. Chest tube for Jackson, tourniquet and pressure bandages for Martinez. But Webb was the real problem. Internal bleeding, going into shock, needed blood products immediately. We carried 2 units of universal blood on every patrol. Standard protocol. I'd already used both on Martinez to keep him stable. Webb needed more, or he was going to die right there in the dirt. That's when I remembered the field hospital's emergency supply cache. 20 minutes away, heavily guarded, required written authorization from a captain or above. Our Lieutenant Ashley Grant was unconscious from a concussion. Staff Sergeant Danny Webb, the injured soldier's older brother, was begging me to do something. His brother was dying in front of him. Save him, Doc, please. I'll take responsibility for whatever you have to do. I made the call, grabbed our radio operator, contact Bravo Base immediately, tell them Specialist Hayes is coming for emergency blood supplies, authorization pending, loaded Webb into our undamaged Humvee and drove like hell toward that field hospital. Radio was going crazy behind me. Multiple voices demanding proper authorization codes, chain of command asking who authorized this movement. I ignored everything and kept driving. Webb was unconscious, barely breathing. His brother Danny holding pressure on the wounds, crying openly. This kid's not dying today. Not on my watch. Reached the field hospital in 15 minutes. Major Lisa Chen, the head doctor, was waiting outside with 4 units of blood and surgical supplies. She'd heard the radio chatter. You're violating about 12 different protocols, she said, loading the supplies into my vehicle. I know, ma'am. Will you write me up after we save these soldiers? She smiled grimly. I didn't see anything. You were never here. Get those boys to surgery. Race back to the convoy. Jackson was stable but needed evacuation. Martinez was conscious, tourniquet holding. Webb was critical but still alive. Started the blood transfusion immediately. Medevac helicopters arrived 20 minutes later. All 3 soldiers survived the flight to the main hospital. Jackson made full recovery. Martinez kept his leg. Webb needed 3 surgeries but pulled through completely. The investigation started the next day. Multiple officers asking about unauthorized supply requisition, vehicle movement without approval, chain of command violations, technical violations of about 15 different regulations. Captain Mark Stevens called me into his office a week later, expected to face court-martial proceedings. Instead, he had 3 letters on his desk. Personal thank you notes from Jackson, Martinez, and Webb's families, all praising the medic who saved their sons by breaking every rule in the book. Stevens looked at me for a long moment. Specialist Hayes, you violated direct orders, unauthorized supply movement, and ignored proper communication protocols. Yes, sir, I did. You also saved 3 American soldiers who would have died waiting for paperwork. He stamped something in my file. I'm recommending you for the Army Commendation Medal with Valor device. The medal citation reads, for exceptional medical care under combat conditions and decisive action that saved multiple lives. It doesn't mention breaking regulations. Doesn't need to. Webb's brother Danny got promoted to Sergeant First Class 6 months later. Sends me Christmas cards every year with photos of his family. His brother graduated college and became a paramedic. Last month I received a package from Martinez. Inside was his Purple Heart medal and a note. You earned this more than I did. Keep saving lives, Doc. Major Chen never filed any report about missing supplies. Some violations of regulations save more lives than following them ever could.